back. Man, that Sopranos clip. We'll be watching that later tonight. My first guest is an Emmy award-winning actress who is best known as Nurse Carol Hathaway on ER this week. She's hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest DMX. Please welcome Julianna Margulies. You look beautiful. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Ow! Woo! Ow! Woo! Woo! Ow! It's one thing for a guy in the audience. I'm the only host that does it. You know.
But you knelt, and no one's ever done that for me before.
Really?
I'm sort of
I'd marry you right now. Let's get a preacher, Andy. No, it's very nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We have to talk. You were just in Sundance. I've never been to Sundance. This is the Sundance Festival.
The Sundance Film Festival. That's my first time too.
Right.
I was in a film called What's Cooking.
What's Cooking? And what do you play in this movie? Because this sounded interesting to me.
I play Keira Sedgwick's lesbian lover.
Right. Okay. So
and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
All right. I don't have to say anything to that. I'm so glad I restrained myself on that one. I could have easily been like, I bet you did.
But it's a big ensemble, and
right.
we're just, a small factor of many. It's
right.
about Thanksgiving Day in Los Angeles, 4 different families, 4 different cultures.
And you two happen to be lesbians.
Happen to be lesbians. She brings me home for Thanksgiving, and you sort of
find out.
See the tensions that I, caused by being her lesbian lover.
Okay.
Somehow it's all my fault.
Right.
It's not her,
Did you do any preparation for this role or anything like that?
We did. We had a lot of fun last May.
Last May?
No, nothing. No. Oh.
I can't believe they
Get
got
your
excited by
minds
that.
out of the gutter.
Yeah.
No, we went to a lot of lesbian clubs in New York, and just observed.
Which ones? Tiger Room? Yeah,
Henrietta's on Hudson was.
I know them all, and no. Which one? The one on 15th Street or 19th Street? No, what is that like? What is that experience like? I mean, I'm joking around, but I have no idea.
Because you're not a lesbian?
I've been thinking about it, but I'm showing great restraint. Now, what is that like? What is the club experience? Are men allowed in the club at all? Or is it
I think men are allowed in the club. I think they're just too afraid to go there.
Right, it would be intimidating.
I think it would be intimidating. I didn't see any when I was there.
Right.
Or though maybe I did, and I didn't know they were men. I don't know.
It would be like a really confident guy to walk into just a lesbian bar and just be like, wow, great, hiya, girls, Because
I don't think...
Just crank the music,
Yeah, I don't think you'd fare too well if you went in like that, but if you just were sort of cool and, observed rather than... But they were psyched. They were like, we knew Hathaway was. We knew it, so is this for real?
They thought it was Nurse Hathaway who's a lesbian.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Which is okay with me. I'm comfortable with that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And on the subject of ER...
Yes.
You're going to leave.
I am?
You're going to leave, which is too bad, because I like you on that show, but you'll be on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, 6 years, long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Do you get, that show is so realistic. People forget that before ER, a lot of medical dramas where you didn't see everything, it wasn't that realistic.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But
with the Steadicam, it's made everything a lot more from the point of view of, it's a reality point of view.
And some of it it can be hard to watch. Do you ever get queasy on the set of ER?
For me, it's the vomit. And I know it's mushroom soup or corn soup or,
They use like mushroom soup?
A lot of times, but you see the poor actor or actress, whoever's sitting there, and you're doing the take, and they're like this. And they're waiting, and then they vomit. And when I see someone vomit, I vomit. I gag, and I know, and it smells, well, I'm not a big mushroom soup eater, but anyway, but it just smells wrong to me.
I wonder if Campbell's Soup is going to try and get a commercial out of this.
Yes, and I'll be their new spokesperson now, I'm sure.
When you see vomit on ER, it's Campbell's mushroom soup. Campbell's has the texture of real vomit. No, I don't know. It's a very odd, like I never knew.
But it does. It's got the good chunks.
Oh, why? You sicken me.
Sorry. He doesn't want to marry me now.
Yeah, right. I've gone from I will marry you right tonight
Bye-bye.
to you sicken me. I have to ask, because Valentine's Day coming up in a couple days.
Yeah.
Are you someone who, some people reject this day, they say it means nothing, other people take it very seriously. Do you prepare? Do you take it seriously?
You know, it depends on the year. I don't mean that. It just depends on whether I remember.
Right.
You know, some year, like when I first was going out with my boyfriend, we'd been going out maybe 3 months, and Valentine's Day came, and I was so excited because I had knit him a sweater, and it had taken me 3.5 weeks.
You knit him a sweater for Valentine's Day?
I did, and I had snuck out his sweater out of it, you know, and measured, and I did it all for my head, and I had spent a long time making this beautiful Angora and cashmere, like Greek fisherman sweater thing, and then I went to wrap it, so I found a Gap box, and I put it in the Gap box, and I wrapped it, and then Valentine's Day, you know, it's new. 3 months is still new. You're not quite at the I love, you know,
the
you're
hate
scared
hasn't
to
set
say,
in.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
What relationships have you been in, man?
Let's not talk about it. Anyway, go ahead.
But anyway, I gave him this box, and he opened it up, and he was like, cool, thanks. And I was like, well, okay. And he was like, no, I love it. That's great. And I was like, but I made it. It's been 3.5 weeks. I spent so. He had no idea. He thought it was from the Gap.
He just thought you threw your credit card down.
Yeah, and bought him a sweater from the Gap, which of course isn't. I mean, I love the Gap, but you know,
but come on, that stuff is
not
crap.
knitting a sweater. So,
are they a sponsor of the Gap? They're a sponsor on the show. Hi, Gap. You guys and your pocket tees.
I love the Gap.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I now have my own labels because of that scenario.
Right, right.
Now it says specially made for you by Julianna.
That is so cool that you do that. That's like I mean, knitting a sweater over like a 3-week period for someone, that shows.
Shows you don't. I didn't have much of a life.
But it's also like,
He's
you know,
off doing his plays, and I was like.
You have to top that the next year. You know, I built you a small helicopter. You know, thanks, Julianna. You know. Well, this is exciting. You're hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend with musical guest DMX,
yes.
and you'll do good on that show. You'll do great.
I hope. They're so sweet over there. They've been really encouraging and lovely.
Well, they're lucky to have you.
DMX is great.
Yeah. We'll look forward to that, seeing that show. That's going to be this Saturday.
Thanks.
And Julianna, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Continued success with everything. Thanks. Very cool. Julianna Margulies, everybody. Suzanne Summers coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.